We have beer. We have bombs. It's Tactic 148. So we have the Americans versus the Germans. We're going to roll off to see who plays what. I roll a...
You got a 6 and I got a 6.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
I got a 3, you got a 6.
Oh, I got a 6, so I get to choose. Well, I'll play the Germans because I played them last week and I know how to play them, I think, so that's good. And I think the Americans are quite cool.
And I've played both, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so you're right. So you have an advantage anyway. So we've got this amazing board. I think the map's by Deep Cut, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And it's ace. And I wasn't really a fan of these, but I now played on them.
Yeah.
Played Wasteman and this and other games. I'm warming quickly. I thought, are they too flat? But they're not, because they're as flat as the stuff you put on them.
I've got 3 of them. I've got the desert one, which we use for Wasteman, as well as this one.
Yeah.
And the snow one. The snow one's my least favourite.
Yeah. But no, I think that's really good. It looks like it's got depth, doesn't it?
Yeah, good. Just chuck it down and have a quick game.
And you've been working hard this week on making this stunning woodland. I mean, you look through that, it looks like woodland, to be honest.
Work in progress.
Yeah, but we've got these holes here, which are really good for cover, and we're coming up with a house rule, is that right?
Yeah, so when you go into these little donuts here, you get instant cover. If you go up to it, you can jump in it for free, get instant cover.
Brilliant.
So what we're doing with the woods is using the same system. If you move up to the edge of the wood, you can go into the nearest ring to you, and if you spend a move action, you can jump between each one.
That's really cool.
Per one move action.
There we go, ace. Brilliant. And so you're playing the Americans, I'm playing the Germans. We've chosen 2 grenades each, haven't we? What grenades have you chosen?
I've chosen, for my 2 grenades, the smoke grenade.
Smoke grenade?
Which is, default.
Just fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, definitely.
And a frag grenade.
Frag grenade! And I've gone for a smoke grenade and a concussion grenade. Both deadly though. There's not much difference between them, is there? But they're ace. And he probably knows it as well. He probably knows the difference, and I don't. Exactly. So these are the 26 Volks Grenadiers. We've got my assault trooper here. I call him my assault trooper because he just runs forward and unleashes 9mm parabellum rounds everywhere. That's what he does. This is my leader. With his, he's also got a Schmeiser, isn't he? He's also got an MP.
He's got an MP40.
40 as well, but he has to stay back and command other people, and he comes in when needed. Although I think last game we played, he spent pretty much all of his time on the floor.
Yeah, he did.
Sharpshooter. Keep him at the back, maybe pick off people.
He only shoots 1 round.
But now we've got that wrong in the past. I think I've benefited from cheating there, so you can only shoot once in a turn. And then finally, my man with the Sturmgewehr.
Sturmgewehr.
Now I don't know if it's good or bad. I just like saying the word Sturmgewehr.
Yeah.
It's my favourite.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't like saying that? The most intelligent gun design in the world, just because of the name. AK-47, you can keep that.
Keep that one.
Sturmgewehr.
So this is the normal rifleman.
Yep.
He's got a standard Garand.
Excellent.
This guy, he's also got a Garand.
Marvellous.
This guy, the leader, he's got a nice carbine.
Small calibre, but still pretty cool.
He can move and shoot, and he's quite cool.
Yeah.
And he's my sharpshooter, which is probably a carbine with a scope.
With a scope on. He's actually really effective.
Yeah, he's got a really good overwatch on him.
Yeah. So here we see the 5 actions. So each side gets 5 actions in a turn. It's not like it's I go, you go, but there's no turn. It's not like turn 1, turn 2. It's just I go, you go, I go, you go. That's it. That's how it works, isn't it? So if I use these 5 actions on my men, then I use them, that's fine. If I don't use them all, I can keep them until I next go. And I get a number of actions with these guys. So I might be able to shoot twice, for example, if I'm allowed to do that. I might be able to move twice and then shoot, or shoot and then move, mightn't I? And that's how I've got to do it. So I could have one guy doing a real hero rush and taking someone out, or I move everyone forward, covering each other. And that's what I've got to do, and I've got to be really careful about my resource management. So I think there's also a lot of computer gamers out there that would actually enjoy and do well at this game because they'd know about that kind of resource management, wouldn't they?
Yeah, there's a lot of thought goes into your moves.
Yeah.
Trying to think ahead.
So who's going to go first?
What you got? A 3.
A 3. Ooh, average.
A 3?
A 3. Oh, that's the second time we've done that in the same game. There we go. Ooh.
2.
2.
Oh no!
What? Would you get a 1?
1.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think I'll make you go first. So, what grenades have you put where then, sir?
The standard infantry guy has got a frag grenade.
Nice.
And the smoke grenade is going to go with the other rifleman.
Where's the other rifleman? He's just there. So together we've got like a grenadier mini unit.
Well, the reason I've done that in this game is because he's quite slow. And the sharpshooter, I'm not going to have him game forward anyway.
Absolutely, he's going to stay back. And actually, the range on a grenade is pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, quite good auxiliary ability. So you've moved everyone forward, essentially.
Everybody starts at the table edge.
And we found in the past that leaves people exposed, doesn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to really spend loads on one guy at this point on the first.
Yeah, because practically we've got an infinite range. You're not likely to hit anything, but if you think of a rifle being able to shoot like a kilometre, the 200 yards that this board represents isn't very long, is it? So you can shoot people.
You can,
So it just teaches you to get under cover quickly, which I think is very realistic. I like that.
Shoot it.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you're not in cover, you're going to get hit on a 4.
Yeah.
You're going to roll less dice because you're far away.
That's
but
right.
You're still going to hit on a 4. So you can still injure people.
Still injure people quite easily.
If not kill them.
Absolutely.
Sometimes on a double 6, but it depends on the amount of dice you roll.
It does. Right.
So I've moved all my guys basically up into cover, basically next to cover.
Next to cover. Yeah. So everyone is in some sort of cover from me.
Because we've learnt.
It's a foul, dirty military trick. So in the first German turn, I've moved my kind of assault gent forward with his MP40. I've left the commander on the Sturmgewehr back a little way, and I've run the sharpshooter forwards a good way, and he's taken a shot long range down there. Look at that in the distance. Can you see the man there? There we go. There he is. And he actually hits. You didn't kill him. There he is.
He hits him on a 5 or
He hits him on a 5 or 6. He got 3 dice because you see all those actions there. So it's 2 to move because you can move twice. He can only shoot his gun once. That's fine. So I use the other one to aim, and that gives you 2 extra dice. It's 4s to hit normally. He's in good cover. Can't see his base. He's in the donut there. So if you can't see the base, that's automatic cover. And so it's -1 to hit. So it's 5s or 6s, and I rolled that. I rolled 1 5. So he's injured. So you turn his card over.
Yeah,
is that right?
Over to the injured side, yeah.
And you see he gets his. So what was he before?
Before he had 5-2-2.
There you go.
4. Now he's gone 4-2-2.
So he's still in the game, and he's still dangerous, but he has got slightly less stats now.
Now on my turn coming up, he can't do anything because he goes
that's
down.
true. He's stunned now because we've shot him.
He's got wound shock.
That's good, but he automatically goes down, so he's harder to finish off, isn't he? So that's good. So there's pros and cons to everything you do.
Now if I on my turn had got an AT left, I could have gone down with him.
That's true, actually. Yes.
On a 6,
kind of an interrupt. Yeah. That's true, I would have missed, wouldn't I? Yeah. There we go. So that's pros and cons, but he's not dead yet. He's still in the game. I wanted to knock him out early, but I couldn't. So he's not dead yet.
3 criticals.
So here we are. Here's how you pay back for a gambit. So I managed to attack and harm this American gent over here.
So his mate there,
he didn't like it.
No.
What's the name of the guy that got shot? He's got a name there, isn't he?
The guy who got shot was Frank Williams.
He said Williams. I'll get him for you.
Yeah, stay down.
Amazing accent there.
So what I did, the other guy who's already in cover, who's my sharpshooter, he hasn't got a clean line of sight to your guy in the open because
I felt pretty safe
here against these sandbags. I can see the top of him, but I can't see his base from here. So that meant I would hit him on a 5 or a 6. So what I did is I aimed, I spent another action, and I rolled 4, so I missed.
Yeah, I was feeling confident at that point. I thought, I've got away lucky there.
So I thought, all or nothing, go big or go home. I spent another 2 actions, which brings him up to his maximum amount of things he can do.
Yep.
He can shoot twice in 1 turn, so that was his maximum he could ever do.
That's it.
I aimed again, I shot again, but I rolled 3 6s on this.
There they are. There's the evidence. 3 6s, and if you get a double 6,
it's a double critical.
So if you get anything but a 6, you get 2 5s, it would only injure a person.
Yeah.
But double 6, a critical hit, and that knocks your block off. So he's
paying for it.
He's paying for it. He's gone.
I'm paying it back.
He's gone. I don't know, where's he gone?
He's gone to
the great camp wagon in the sky. He is dead. And with such an amazing activation from that one model, that only used 4 of his 5 activation tokens, so he's going to save the last one. I think the job's done for that turn, isn't it?
Pretty much.
So with that pounding, with the pounding there, with the worry I've now got because I'm losing badly, I have just moved. I've manoeuvred, which I should have done the first go. But I've manoeuvred, so I've put my leader and the man with the Sturmgewehr forward. Sturmgewehr. I put my assault trooper forward with his MP40, and I've set him to Overwatch. He's got this Overwatch sign there. There he is, and he's gone to Overwatch, and that means he places a marker down there. There we go. And if anyone goes near that, how close they have to go. 2 inches. He gets a free shot at them, essentially. He gets to shoot at them. So there we go. Your turn. So this has been a more tactical turn. No shooting as such.
No.
Moving forwards. You have essentially avoided my Overwatch by not engaging in the forest there.
Yeah.
But you've counter-Overwatched me, haven't you?
I have indeed.
You're waiting to see who moves first.
The main thing is I can't move this guy because he's got wound shock from the last turn when you shot him.
That's right.
He stays down. I've moved the leader forward, but he's still behind the Kubelwagen. The other guy has jumped out, the sharpshooter's jumped out of the donut, and he's done 2 moves to get to the edge of the forest, but he hasn't gone into the forest. Now the rules we've made up for the forest are, if you're outside the forest, you can see the outer rings.
Rings of donuts.
You move through the forest by using the rings, by the way. You don't move through it.
That's it. So it's, from where your finger is there forward is one movement.
Yeah. So you go 1 movement to there, 1 movement to there. You can't walk on.
Which is really good. I think it represents the difficulty moving through a wood really well.
Does,
yeah.
So what we're saying is you can see into the wood and out of the wood when you're on the outer rings. Once you're in the wood with somebody else who's in the wood, normal ranges apply, like 5 inches, 10 inches, and 15, and all that kind of thing. If you're outside the wood and you're also the other side of the wood, it's blocking line of sight, so you can't see through it at all.
So we're essentially in a standoff. Who's going to engage in the wood first?
Yeah.
That's the secret. So it's going to be a really interesting next couple of turns.
The reason this guy laid an Overwatch token on top of yours is to stop your guy running in and throwing.
Because he could have just one activation. He could have got in there and thrown a grenade at you. Whereas now I've got to go round that Overwatch because I can hear a click.
Yeah.
I can hear the Garands being cocked, and I'm thinking, I'm not going in there straight off. I'm going to try and flank them.
But there's still flanking.
Flanking. You see how realistic is that? I mean, move and manoeuvre. Is it fire and manoeuvre? I think is a central American doctrine, wasn't it?
The best at that.
Pioneers.
Yeah. Keeping moving all the time.
Yeah.
But once you're in a forest and you bog down. I mean, like once you're in this forest, you can only move from these rings. You can't sort of. So you're instantly wasting 1 move to get to there.
Yeah.
1 move to get to there. So in some instances, you can jump a little bit depending on the spacing.
Yeah.
But it's
just part of the fun
to recreate.
Yeah, there were clearings in forests, aren't there, and stuff like that. So yeah. So what we haven't done so far is we've in our last couple of games we've thrown grenades, haven't we?
Yeah.
But we haven't lobbed grenades. So I lobbed a grenade because I can't really see. We were at deadlock there, weren't we? We were just going to stay there all game, wondering who's going to go into the woods first. So I just lobbed a grenade in.
We were going to meet in the woods.
We were going to meet in the woods. We'll still meet, I'm sure we will. But I lobbed a grenade essentially through the trees.
It was a brilliant shot.
It was a great shot.
You
there.
put the marker exactly where you wanted it to go.
That's it.
And then you have to roll d6.
And I rolled 6. So it lands bang on. And the marker is almost exactly 2 inches.
It just about got 2 of them within 2 inches.
So then you roll 4 dice.
Yeah.
And you need 4s or more to hit. So I'm owed 2 hits. Now, if you hit more than one person, you essentially shared the hits. So if I'd have just done that to one person, I'd have killed him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but that's no fun.
So if you'd have moved it there,
yeah,
it would have just killed him.
Just killed him off. That's right. But that's no fun. It's a grenade, for pity's sake. So I threw it in, got 2 4s, well, a 4 and a
4 and a 6.
4 and a 6, and that finished off both of them. You don't need 2 6s to critical hit Heath either, do you? For grenades, it's just all the hits you get because it's a bomb.
Yeah,
it's a bomb. And on the token, it's got a little stick grenade as well, which is really cool. So that's really ace as well.
How many dice?
So it tells you the range. Here we go.
And because it's a concussion grenade, you can't. It ignores cover anyway.
It's really good. It's what you throw into a bunker, isn't it? You can't take cover from it. So yeah. And apparently that kind of grenade did exist. That was a thing.
Yeah.
So with the rest of my turn, I put that assault trooper with his not Sturmgewehr, I just like saying it too much, with his MP40, with his Schmeiser, which is nearly as good to say. Nearly as good.
It's no Sturmgewehr.
It's no Sturmgewehr though, is it? It simply isn't. On Overwatch, and just he's thrown his grenade, and now he's brought up his MP40 to cover that area because he's a bit scared of.
He's earned his points.
He's earned his points now.
That was
and it was fun too, wasn't it? It was like a Hail Mary pass, and I've put the Sturmgewehr wielding man over here on Overwatch. I've got to set a counter for that.
Okay.
So we'll set a counter there, I think.
On the edge of the wood.
That's it. Brilliant. Great stuff. And then and that's it. And I've kept 1 AP for the next turn. So what happened in that turn?
Well, I was limited because these 2 guys got grenaded.
So they're injured.
They're injured.
They go down.
They go down, yeah. So on this turn, they can't do anything. So I could do something with this guy here, but he's in the woods. So what I did was, he threw his smoke grenade, which cost 2 ATs.
2 ATs.
He threw it to there within 10 inches, so he didn't have to dissipate at all.
Because I want to advance these two guys here, and he's seen it, you see. These guys are good, they're mutually supportive.
Yeah.
Assault weapon, Sturmgewehr, they want to move around to the left to flank. He's worked out I'm trying to flank him, and so he's put smoke there to stop me shooting through and manoeuvring, and he's put Overwatch there, right by. All I've got to move now is I'm going to take a hail of bullets.
So this guy moved forward twice,
That's
and
it.
then he put Overwatch down there, which means that as soon as anybody comes on the flank, you get a free shot.
Stunning. Stunning. Wow, that's frightening. And did you have any ATs left at the end of the turn?
I've got none.
None left at the end of the turn.
That's the risk.
Ooh, the gambit of the game, indeed. How the tables turn in war. So my assault man, I like him. He's a kind of winner for me. He's my favourite guy.
And he's a good sculptor.
He is actually. He's really cinematic, isn't he? He moved. He was in that little kind of copse there.
He was over here.
So he was in there.
He moved to there.
Moved through the woods. There.
Which meant he was close to that one, which jumped in there.
That's it.
And then he ran to there. He shot and killed my already wounded guy.
Only one hit?
Yeah, one hit.
And he was so close, there was no cover.
There was no cover because he was within 5 inches. He's also within 5 inches of this chap. And because he's on the outside edge, he can see out. He shot at him and he wounded him.
So that was a pretty good turn for one model, because he's now injured, and because he was injured this turn, next turn he can't do anything. He's stunned. He's dived for cover though,
which meant that your other guy as well moved through his Overwatch.
That's it.
Because he couldn't do anything.
So this man, I chose that time to move my man with the Sturmgewehr. Is that the man with the Sturmgewehr?
He is, yeah.
Yeah. Forward, so you can give a bit of covering fire in later. Okay, now that was quite a fun turn, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So I after my hero charge with my assault trooper with the MP40, you decided not to take any more of that cheek.
Well, you put me on the back foot really,
Yeah.
and because all my guys are injured, you'd injured him on this turn, which means that he couldn't do anything in return this time. So he was out of this turn. The only thing I could do was really take a few shots with this guy at him, which I missed. And then this guy moved up to here, took the grenade that had been dropped by his fallen comrade, and then he could either throw it over here and try and take out this guy, or really I had to try and make sure that your guy was dead. Because, you know,
he has lots of actions, a gun that's really effective close range. He'd have injured or killed two people. Yeah,
he would have been dead.
Yeah.
He would have killed these two on the next turn.
Yeah.
So it all came down to one dice roll, four dice, in on fours really.
Yeah.
And luckily I got a 5.
But you did well.
And a 6.
Good roll, good solid roll.
So eviscerated.
So essentially what he did is, what it forced him to do was meet the threat.
Yeah, I had to, because I
So
got no choice.
that's right. So I'm in a good, powerful position, but I've lost 2 people.
The smoke had dissipated this way.
That's right.
But it's going to clear.
It's going to clear this turn, isn't it? So I've lost 2 people. There we are. Can you see them in the distance there? Lost 2 people. You've only lost 1, but your other 3 people
All injured.
have got bullet wounds.
I've got no ATs left.
Do you know? I think all of those bullet wounds are probably 9mm bullet wounds as well.
They are.
I think
They're riddled with bullet holes.
Riddled with bullet holes. But the victory condition is over half the army dying. So I've only got to lose 1 person, and I lose. So there we go. Onto my turn. So as we look out onto the Ardennes from our fortified position, the end of the game. We're both pummeled. We're both blooded.
It's a good game.
Good game. We were blooded. So what I did desperately to complete the flanking manoeuvre I've been trying to set up didn't work like I wanted it to. I didn't really pin him, did I? Because he just killed my pinning unit.
Yeah.
But I rushed my Sturmgewehr man forward, past the cover there.
Yeah, so
that's where he was at the beginning, wasn't it? He was there.
That cover,
That's it. Went into the forest.
moved into the forest.
And he was very close then.
To him. So you negated the cover on my guy who was here.
That's it.
You rolled and you killed him.
Just one that I needed, and I got
so
one
really
success.
wounded.
That's right.
He died.
He died.
Then you shot again at the guy who was here, but you missed.
That's right.
And then you had just enough to do another shot.
Another shot. I couldn't even aim yet. And I needed 1 dice to kill him, and got 1 dice to kill him. So we managed to kill 2 people in 1 turn, and that gave the Germans the game.
Yeah, you needed a 5 because he was in cover.
So I think that's probably, is that our 3rd or 4th game? that we've played here.
Third game.
Third game. How are we enjoying it, do you think?
It's amazing. It's really good.
It's
very tactical.
it just feels like battle, doesn't it?
Yeah, you've got to think about everything. As soon as you make a mistake, you pay.
You pay.
Yeah, you do.
You pay dearly. Yeah. So that is 148 tactic. My goodness, it's frightening. So remember, when you're throwing a grenade, do throw it hard because they have this horrible tendency of bouncing back.